I said, ride your own ride. I know that statement kind of resonates with me because I've seen a lot of like things that happen with unfortunate things that happen with some people. Is that a lot of guys and girls, they get into motorcycling, not always, it's not always an individual thing, kind of like a peer group pressure, not really pressure, but influence from friends, family members, loved ones, whatever. And what happens, not often, but it does happen, is that there's an experienced rider, been riding for a while, maybe even a group of riders, which makes sometimes, in some cases, worse. Is that a new guy wants to join in? It's like, hey, I want you guys. It looks like it's really fun. Looks like some kind of hobby / potential pastime I could get into. Let me get a motorcycle. Of course, they get encouraged by their peers, family members, whatever, what have you, significant other. And then what ends up happening is that sometimes, I'm not saying everyone, is that they influence not just the fact that once they get in and make the dive into getting into the motorcycle thing, is that experienced people sometimes tend to push their friends, loved ones, what have you, farther than they should be pushed. Like one easy example is that first of all, I'm going to do a little disclaimer. I'm not trying to promote, like, I'm not going to be one of those guys, everyone should start on a small bike, blah, blah, blah. It's not just that, too. It's also riding past your capability, like getting into group rides right away as a new rider. Because obviously, I'm sure from personal experience of everyone else, I think something you can relate to is that, everyone started new at some point, and then you join your first group ride. Usually it's full with experienced riders that could definitely ride circles around you, and you want to ride their pace, and that's where that statement shines. I mean, like when I mean ride your own ride within your capabilities, within your comfort zone. And even, let's say you're a young guy, 21 and invincible, you feel like, oh, I could handle that, I could do that, and maybe in reality you actually, I'm not saying, once in a while there's some gifted people, they get things really fast, and there's always exceptions, but for the most part, if you really care about your own life, your own well-being, you want to live to ride another day kind of thing, a little bit more, you have a steady head on your shoulders, ride progressively. What I mean by progressively, first off, get a good foundation. Definitely take the MSF course. I'm not saying you have to, but even experienced riders have said that they've, riders who've gone in riding and they didn't take the MSF course, they take it, some do, and they say that even despite the fact that they've been riding, they learn a lot of good stuff from it still, and they implement it into their own riding, not just like how you ride, but the mentality of riding. It's not just your skills on the bike, it's what's between your ears that counts too. And it's really hard for especially the youngsters. Look at me, I'm talking like I'm old already. I feel so old. Basically turning 30 this year, so yep. I feel like I'm getting old. Especially also the power hungry adrenaline rush guys, they're probably gonna think this is all bullshit that's coming out of my mouth right now. It's like, yeah, forget this guy. This guy's just a pussy, stuff like that, whatever, everyone's gonna have their own, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and everyone will definitely have their own opinion about this, but sorry, I had to lost my train of focus, making sure I don't mess up while sharing lanes in downtown LA. This is the part where you gotta be careful the most. Heaviest part of the traffic. I'm on the 101 right now, going south, leaving LA. I'm done for it. I'm gonna start my weekend. Done for work this week, finally. TGIF, yay. I'm gonna merge right there. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so riding your own ride, you know. So it's not just you yourself as a rider taking responsibility. You know, as an experienced rider trying to get someone new into it, you know, you gotta take into consideration not everyone learns the same rate. Not everyone can pick up things as fast as you. Just because you picked it up really fast, you shouldn't really say, oh yeah. And let's say your friend is showing some concerns, like, hey man, you know, I want to get into this, but your friend's a little more timid than you. It's like, but I don't really trust myself. I don't feel comfortable. Don't be that guy. Be like, oh, you'll be fine. Just get the 600. You know. Remember, you're not the one learning. It's your friend. And at least for me, and later on down the line, if I get someone into motorcycling, and then they have that kind of like personality where they just want to take their time with it. Don't push them. You know, go at a pace that they want to. And also, you know, even let's say you're saying, you know, not everything's by words, but by actions too. Is that when you start doing group rides with them, take into consideration their level, you know? If you're like their only riding buddy, I would feel that I had the responsibility to make sure that guy stays as safe as possible within my, you know, within my influence. You know, I'm not gonna push a pace that he, you know, if your friend's obviously like not really staying within the pace, but he's trying. He's definitely trying. But you see him struggle at some point. So let's say you're weaving through traffic. I don't know why you'd be weaving through traffic with a new rider, but you know, everyone rides their own way, as I said. That also implicates ride your own ride. If you want to ride like a hooligan, hey, that's you, man. When we all get on motorcycles, no matter who you are, ultimately we take the responsibility of our own life. So you decide how much danger you want to put yourself in. I mean, I don't want to say danger, not everything's danger, but definitely you can't argue with the term risk, you know, because obviously you don't have full control. You're not in a cage. There's other external factors that could get you really bad trouble, not just yourself. What you can do is minimize the risk on like how fast you're going, within your surrounding speed, and all that, you know, whatever factors that I have not mentioned. So if I was an experienced rider, despite, let's say I am a hooligan, I haul ass, you know, I do all that stuff, I go 120, 160 on my super sport, you know, I'm not gonna ride like that with a new rider unless he has that same mentality. I mean, then you know, that's why you guys come to motorcycles, go for it. But just please, you know, just take a step back, and if something ever would happen to my friend, and I would have a guilty conscience for the rest of my life, honestly. If I had a feeling that it was my influence, like the pace of I'm going, he's just trying to catch up, you know. That also puts into, you know, play peer pressure. I mean, maybe your friend's like, you know, really cool with you. He wants to just, even though maybe he won't tell you outright, but you can just tell that he's not comfortable. He'll try to push his thing. Oh man, what bike was that? I feel like the Jigsaw. I didn't even pay attention to him. Too busy vlogging and stuff. Time to split lanes. Alright, let me get settled into this pace first before I start talking again. Thank you, Mustang. Ooh, that was a nice white Mustang. But yeah, going back to the topic. Oop, you're trying to merge. Wait, oh, it probably doesn't look like it on the video, but oh, that was a quick dodge. I almost hit that guy's side view mirror. I already hit someone's side view mirror this morning. Yeah, I always feel guilty when I tap someone, so I try my best not to. But yeah, dude, you know, if you want to get a group going and it's a bunch of new riders and you're like the only experienced rider, take some, you know, be a good mentor. You know, you want your riding buddies to last. You know, you guys want to enjoy motorcycling for, you know, for a longer period of time in your lifetime. So, you know, take it easy. If you guys want to hooligan later on, after he gets a bit more experience, man, I'll go for it. I still watch those videos on YouTube. It's very entertaining to me. But what I personally do, some of the stuff people do on their motorcycles on the highway, no, I'm pretty much one of those dudes who just kind of enjoys the ride with as much minimal risk as I can. I just like riding on two wheels. That's all I do. I don't pop wheelies. I don't do windows. I don't do any of that crazy shit. But I'm not against it, you know. I ride with people who do that kind of shit, but I just enjoy the show. That's what I do. I mean, I don't mind, you know, maybe zooming in and out a little bit of traffic. You know, that's the most I'll probably do. Just go maybe a little faster than my usual speed, but within my comfort zone, of course. Within, as I said, I'm gonna say it again, riding your ride, you know. And whenever I feel like I'm pushing the limits a little too much, like I get a little flag in my head, I'm just a realistic guy, you know. I have a career, stuff like that. I got people to help out in my life. You know, there's people that if you know, something would happen to me, you know, it would affect others. So that's how I make my decisions and what I do on the road. Sorry, I kind of had to focus up again. There was a little tight spot there next to that Porsche. Man, I lost my track of thought now because got a little tight there. Oh, doing some dodging now. Ooh, was that a doggy? Ooh, that was a new car. Definitely don't want to hit his side view mirror. Sucks. Probably got it. The worst thing ever is to hit someone's side view mirror of a brand new car just got off the lot. I would be so salty, even for me. I would be sad. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I don't know how tight that looks like in the recording, but oh man. Like, I know there's a lot of people, I know a lot of guys who want to ride, but, you know, they just can't, just because they have other influences, which I totally respect, you know. And it also goes for like, people who, like, I know, let's say you're excited, you're a new rider, you just recently got into it, and you want to get another new rider in, but you're new yourself, you know, and you really want people to ride with, and there's no one, but you have people that are kind of on the fence about it. You know, don't push him. I mean, sure, you can encourage him, but don't push him, you know. People will decide when they want to pick a bike up, you know, and let them be mentally ready for the risks you accept when you buy one and when you get yourself on one, you know. You gotta respect that, because if they're not ready in the head and if they're on the fence, but they buy out of peer pressure or what have you, outside influence, they're honestly, in my opinion, they're not ready to ride, you know. They have to make that time decision for themselves. I like how that van was just like frozen in place. It's like, probably saw me coming. He's like, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna let him move around me. I don't mind that at all, to be honest. The fact that he's stationary, in my way, I don't care. As long as he's predictable, that's all that matters. Is that guy still behind me? He's still behind me. He's a pretty big bike. He's a bigger bike than me, definitely. So I'm fitting into slightly smaller spaces than he can. So I'm thinking he's pretty cool with me not merging out of the way. But if he's on my, keep an eye on him. If he starts to be on my nuts, then I'll let him slide so I don't block his pace. I try to be considerate rider for other riders too. Some people gotta be places. I respect that. I'm not gonna lie, he's probably influenced me to push a little bit harder than I usually go. Oh, look, another rider up ahead. Let's try to play catch up. Alright, that was pretty cool. Never done that before. Woo! Woo! Oh man, that was pretty cool. Well, I did something new today. I was definitely risky, but hey. Oh, what bike is that? Oh, I can't tell. I'm not experienced enough with other bikes to know what that bike is. It's more definitely more upright. 2 exhausts. What is that? Is it a Triumph? Triumph or FZ? Oh, I don't know. Yamaha? I wonder. Whoa! What's this guy doing? No, I'm just gonna go with this guy's pace. I hope I don't pressure him to merge too. I don't want to be in the front. That guy tapped. Damn, that looks kind of sketchy. And when I look at it, if he gets a little too close, side view mirror can press one of his levers in. Oh, that's kind of scary. Oh, you're good, dude. No, I'm getting merged. Oh. I'm in the front. Oh, they're gonna play follow the leader. Are we gonna? This is like a cycling team. If anyone know cycling terms, it's like an echelon or a pace line. Where you, the front takes. Oh my god, this guy. I don't. It's fun. Nothing to get mad about. You know, as I said, we're not entitled to the space. Always gotta remember that. Not worth getting mad about. Look at that. So clear. But see, this is... I hate this when it just feels like it's so perfect. You look straight ahead, it's like super nice and wide. I could... If I wanted to, if I was like a fucking YOLO, don't give a fuck, I could go straight down here 60, 80, but that's just asking for it, dude. That's an accident waiting to happen. So it's just almost the way I think about it. If I see a nice open wide split like that to fly through, I know a lot like the more hardcore riders will just like haul ass through it. I don't know. That's not my style, man. Like it just takes that one motorist to just, you know, totally just teeth that just nail you and you're done. You're out from one. It's just not worth the risk, you know. You gotta weigh the risks and what you want to do on your bike. So yeah, to me, when I see that nice open split like that for like even for a mile, if I can see it for I don't know, I just always think of the worst scenario and just not do it. Don't make that call to pin it through. Hopefully this guy behind me is cool with my pace though. Looks like he's, you know, not on me, so I think he's cool with it. Oh, this is the same area where it smells like shit and trash. I love this part of the commute. It flies right into the vents of my helmet. Now it's just like it encirculates. So like once I get the whiff of trash, it just circulates in the front of inside my helmet. It's fucking disgusting. And it lasts for like a good 5 miles. Even though I'm like way past it, it just smells like shit for a good 5 miles. I want to open my visor, but then as soon as I open my visor, it's just my eyes are gonna water, and that's the worst thing. I gotta start wiping my eyes, and yeah, you don't want to do that while lane sharing. So I'd rather just deal with the smell. So it's like these are the kind of small judgment calls you want to think about. I mean, maybe I'm being a little anal, but hey, I'm just minimizing my risks. That I'm already putting myself in a risk by getting on a motorcycle, but while I'm on it, at least I'm making informed judgment calls and at least controlling the amount of risk I want to put myself into, you know? And that's what you should do if you want to, you know, be as safe as you can on a motorcycle. That's what you got to do.